Assalamu alaikum dear students. I'm your course instructor Muhammad Ali. Today we'll discuss about Of Truth by Francis Bacon. What is truth? Said jesting Pilate, and would not stay for an answer. Here Francis Bacon refers to Pilate, who occupied a position of influence in Emperor court. For his involvement in the Jesus Christ, Pilate was not looked upon favorably by Christians. He enjoyed a somewhat sullied reputation. Here Bacon takes Pilate's name to express how humans in general avoid truth. They find truth inconvenient and difficult to imbibe. Certainly there be that delight in giddiness, and count it a bondage to fix a belief, affecting free will in thinking as well as in acting. People do not seek truth and enjoy restoring to falsehood and lies. People like ambiguity and incoherency so that they can couch that harshness of truth in convenient language. And though the sect of philosophers of that kind be gone, yet there remain certain discoursing wits which are of the same veins, though there be not so much blood in them as was in those of the ancients. Now Bacon goes back to the ancient Greek philosophers who often lost their way while looking to what really truth was. He laments the fact that some of these independent-minded, free-thinking philosophers proposed that there was nothing real as truth, but while trying to prove the contrary, they soon wavered and came out with conflicting decisions. These types of thinkers have all but ceased to exist. The present day ones lack the riser and of the ancient great minds. They are paler versions of their illustrious. Nevertheless, they too doubt the existence of truth and tend to drift towards falsehood. But it is not only the difficulty and labor which men take in finding out of truth, nor again that when it is found it imposeth upon men's thought that doth bring lies in favour, but a natural through corrupt love of lie itself. Undoubtedly, people do make very sincere and they try to discover truth. They succeed, but they find the burden and demands of truth to be unbearable. Expediently, they abandon the pursuit of truth and drift towards lies, knowingly very well that resorting to lies is degrading. The word of lies is dark, but people somehow develop a fascination for lies at the expense of truth. One of the latter school of the Grecian examineth the matter and is at a stand to think what should be in it, that men should love lies, where neither they make for pleasure, as with poets, nor for advantage, as with the merchant, but for the lie's sake. Now some Greek philosopher of later period delved into this matter. They tried to know why and what attracts people towards lies, In poetry, some distortion of truth adds to poem literary beauty, so allowances need to be made accommodate fantasy and fiction as they enhance the reader's literary pleasure. Merchants and traders resort to a certain amount of falsehood to entice the customers to buy their merchandise. But why do common folks resort to lies despite knowing its unsavory consequences? But I cannot tell this same truth is a naked and open daylight that doth not show the masks and mummeries and trumps of the world half so stately and daintily as candlelight. Now truth depicts everything very honestly, faithfully, and transparently. There is no place for extravagant praise or derisions, superficial description, or you can say, in truth, imperious heroes, military commanders, and other men and women of prominence are described with the minimum language. Truth builds no artificial guarantee around them. So, bereft of their unrealistic praise, they appear vastly diminished in stature. Truth may perhaps come to the price of a pearl that showeth best by day, but it will not rise to the price of a diamond or that showeth best in varied lights. A pearl shines in the day, a diamond or glow at night, giving an unreal feeling of light in the midst of total darkness. Now, here he is discussing about the truth. Truth is like a pearl. It shows what is visible to the naked eye. It can't show anything by lightening up something unrealistically. Only falsehood has that capacity to make something apparent in total darkness. Now we have to look. A cocktail of lies and truth has the potency to please humans more than only lies or only truth. Bacon suggests the utility of such combination of lies and truth. If everything is portrayed in their true colors with no addition of superficial praise, flattering comments and allusions, the society will appear drab and indolent. Vanity and induce creativity, energy, and intellectual activity. For example, if a poet is not felicitated or a player is not rewarded, how will they be motivated to reach highest level of accomplishments? While showering praise, use of certain amount of unreal description of one's feat is needed. Otherwise, the praise will be bland and ineffective. Some very revered men of great wisdom denigrated poetry, saying it contained lies. They felt the poet adds fictions, exaggerations, allusions, etc. to his poem to impart it some charm and attraction for the reader. Bacon says most of these lies actually may not stay permanently in the mind of the reader. However, a part of such falsehood does get embedded in the reader's mind, impairing in the sense of the readers. This could indeed be a sad consequence of reading poetry. So lies undoubtedly deprave the mind. Truth, on the other hand, remains always there. It is absolute and does not lend itself to differing interpretations. Inquiring of truth is a romantic pursuit that demands knowledge of truth means owning this unique gift. When one reposes absolute faith in truth, the feeling becomes very enjoyable. It symbolizes the ultimate good of human nature. When God created the world, He gave the light of sense to the mankind. Now, Bacon is using some references. Using this, human beings could see and feel the world around them. Then God gave the power of reason. First of all, God gave the power of reason. Using this, human beings could reason what was good or bad in the things happening per being said around them. Now he is telling that God has given the sense of reason, that you can judge what is going to be done around you, bad, wrong, right. As a result, human beings got the power of enlightenment. After this, God radiated light that illuminated the world which was so discordantly then. Then his light fell on human beings to make them superior in knowledge and wisdom to other species. After this, he focused his kindly light on the face of those human beings whom he loved the most. When one stands in the sea beach and gets to see ships being rocked violently by the winds, it becomes a breathtaking experience. In the same way, one can stand by the window of a high castle and watch the fight raging below. This also is a unique experience. In the same way, when a human being can realize truth, he can feel as if he stands atop a high mountain enjoying its beauty and bliss. But attaining such an exalted status must not make the man to feel proud. Instead, he should be humbled and being towards other. He should engage in charity. Now basically he is telling about the system of our today's society, that how we have to achieve our goal and how we have to engage ourselves within the society. While dealing with our day to day mundane matter, one finds it difficult to stick to the truth always. To make his business and dealing smoother, he mixes some lies to his dealing. This at times appears to be a practical necessity, although he might succeed and emerge a winner. Such conduct is vile and degrading. It is like an alloy where a foreign element is added in small quantities to metal like gold and silver, to give it more strength and toughness. However, such alloying robs the silver or gold of its luster. It is like a snake that moves on its belly always and can never stand up erect and upright. This is why eminent men, like you can say, declared that falsehood was universally degrading and loathsome. When you will analyze deeply, he said that it means that a person who lies is afraid of ordinary mortals and has the temerity to face God. He is a loyal, you can say, loyally soul, bereft of any wisdom or intellectual heft. When the day of the judgment arrives, a person who has laid all his life cannot face God and will be punished for his guilt. It has been said that gradual erosion of moral values in the world will slowly drag the earth to a state where faith ceases to exist. That's all. Thank you.